The game has given me a lot, and I believe I have left a legacy I can be proud of both on and off the field. I want to provide women a high-profile platform to compete against the greatest female athletes in the world while creating a destination league for millions of girls to aspire to play in. This will be a marathon, not a sprint. However, we are seeing the world change all around us, and it's changing for the better. The X League will be yet another indicator that equality has come of age. It's time to give women and girls the same opportunity to play the game that the men play.
Coach, first off, honored to be sitting across from you. This is an incredible moment for the X League, and couldn't be more proud to be your partner in this journey. And first and foremost, I mean, you came from some pretty humble beginnings back in Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, Steeltown, USA. You really redefined the tight end position. Not only known as a blocker, but you opened up the passing game. You know, en route to Rookie of the Year honors in the NFL, 5 Pro Bowls as I recall, 3 Super Bowl championships. When you look back at all that, how do you define your football career?
It was a great journey. It really was. I had great people in my life. People who were willing to take time out from their jobs and help coach me to play a sport that I wasn't that good at. I was a much better baseball player than I was a football player. So it worked out good, and then I got a lot of offers to go to school, and I ended up going to Pitt because I wanted to be a dentist, and that didn't work out. But I had a great career at Pitt. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, you got a college football Hall of Fame induction, an NFL Hall of Fame induction. What about the NFL time that you spent? I mean, that was obviously truly legendary. When you look back at that, what are your thoughts on that career?
My thoughts are reason it happened for one reason. It happened because of Coach Hallis. The tight end was nothing but a guy that lined up beside the tackle and he blocked, and once in a while they threw him the ball. But when I came in, they moved me out, they split me open, they gave me routes to run. So, you know, when you look back at my career, it's because of other people in my life.
Now, how about that '85 team? Obviously, that kind of put everything on the map, the dominating force of that team, offense and defense, great characters like Jim McMahon and Mike Singletary.
It was a good team. Our defense was fantastic. That was Buddy Ryan. I didn't coach the defense. I told people 1,000 times I didn't coach the defense, Buddy coached the defense. And at that time, we were playing a defense that people didn't understand. And we were bringing more people than they could block. Therefore, there was constant pressure on them, and they had no time to get rid of the ball. But that was all Buddy. I mean, I had nothing to do with the defense. Matter of fact, they used to kick me out of the defense and make
Yeah, I think that offense was underrated with Jim McMahon, Willie Gault, and obviously Walter Payton.
Absolutely. There's no question they were underrated. That's okay. Yeah, we didn't care if anybody knew how good we were or how good we weren't. We just went out and played. We weren't glamorous, but we could throw the ball. Jim threw the ball well. We ran the ball very well.
The 28-yard run by Mr. Explosion himself on the very first play of the ball game, Walter Payton.
So if you were to summarize your entire football career, coaching, playing, in one sentence or a couple sentences, how would you summarize it?
I had a hell of a run. I had a hell of a run.
Let's talk about after football. You've certainly been very involved in the game, primarily helping former athletes who've had a tough go, whether it's been through injuries, medical bills, all that, with a group called the Gridiron Greats Foundation, right? Talk to us about why that's so important to you to give back to the game, and some of the guys you played against, maybe coached. Why has it been so important to stay involved in the game and give back?
A lot of guys falling on hard times. People think, well, he played pro football, he's got it made. No, we just came in, we just want to help some of these guys get their feet back on the ground and get going in the right direction again.
Now, away from the game, we'll step away for it for a second. You've been fortunate, I have not been as fortunate just yet to have found the one, the love of your life, Miss Diana. Now I got word just today prior to taping, 43 years of marriage. How important has Diana been in this journey as a support system to you?
Well, she's been very important, really. She's been my partner, my mate. I mean, we've done a lot of things together. We've had good times, we had bad times, we had tough times. She stuck with me. That's it. She stuck with me. So we're going to ride it out together.
There you go. There you go. I'm still working on it, Coach.
If you find one like her, you got it made.
Now let's talk about the X League, the reason we're all here. There are hundreds of athletes that will watch this interview from the X League that are very curious about what your involvement's going to look like, what is the league going to look like, and millions of young girls that are now have an avenue to play the highest form or the highest platform of women's tackle football. So if you had a message to all the athletes that are currently playing and perhaps future girls that want to play the game, what would that message be?
Every major sport out there, everyone, females play. The only one they don't play is football. Why? And I think the reason is why, because, you know, girls are feminine and they thought maybe it was too rough on them. But these girls are tough. They're tough and they want their opportunity to play. Why not give it to them? Why not give it to them? I mean, it's the only major sport that females don't play, football. And I think people enjoy what they see. I mean, these girls are tough. They've got great goals too. They want to accomplish great things. But the football thing, I think it'll work out good for women. I really do. It's going to be now with the X League. And I think it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, well, honestly, I mean, when I thought about who could be the one central figure that can tell our story in the X League, that previously played or coached, it didn't matter, that really instantly would send the message that, look, this is serious. They're going to take this seriously. Somebody that's blue collar, that exudes the game of football, and there is no bigger figure than Iron Mike Ditka, and we're very proud to have you on board for this journey, Coach. It's going to be one that's going to be challenging, as you've mentioned already, but it's one that we all welcome. Might arguably be your toughest challenge in the game of football, because you've won Super Bowls, you've been decorated as a player, now as an owner and executive, you have to make women's football relevant, and I think that might be the biggest challenge. So how do you take that on?
Well, it will be a big challenge, there's no question about it. I'm really excited to be a part of the X League. I think it's going to be something that provides an opportunity, and once people see it and understand that these are women or what they're achieving, they're going to say, wow, I never thought this could happen.
Thanks a lot, Coach. That was easy, painless, right? Relatively?
Well, nothing's painless for me anymore. Getting up is not painless. Yeah, that's great.
It's been fun. I appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you. God bless.